crucial step in the entire construction process may well be construction management. The role of a construction manager is to act as a liaison between the client and the on-site construction team, ensuring that everyone is doing what they are meant to be doing and that the final product of a construction process fulfills the client's expectations. It is without a doubt a sizable task in and of itself. Of course, every complex activity has a unique set of problems, both big and minor. In that sense, construction management is similar. But another, simpler query that might be posed in this situation is, what is construction management? First and foremost, construction management is the act of overseeing a construction project. As the name suggests, the process of initiating, planning, starting, and concluding building projects are known as construction management.
Construction is a relatively high contributor to air pollution, and its causes can include land clearing, operation of diesel engines, demolition, burning, and working with toxic materials. At the time of construction, various types of greenhouse gas emitted this toxic gas and influence mix with the environment more easily. The negative impact of the construction project is caused by uses of batching plants and vehicles on site. This depends on the site activity but can include machinery such as breakers, bulldozers, dumpers, and excavators. The government does not control equipment used on construction sites to the same extent as it does other vehicles. Due to the scale of many construction projects, equipment is often running and polluting for a long time. As a lot of this heavy machinery and other vehicles on site operate on diesel engines, they release pollutants to the air. This includes the gases carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and hydrocarbons. According to WHO in 2016, ambient or outdoor air pollution alone killed around 4.2 million people in the world, mainly from non-communicable disease. Dust pollution that occurs in the environment is caused by poor air quality that is not monitored well in the construction industry during the construction process. A significant source of pollution, accounting for 4% of particle emissions, is the building industry. Dust can be generated from various sources of construction site activities, especially of work such as excavation works, besides other activities such as drilling, bulk material, transportation, loading and unloading, open air material storage, concrete and mortar making, cut and fill operations. Even the movement of equipment creates dust. Cement dust or Portland contains various types of metal oxides including calcium oxides, silicon oxide, aluminium trioxide, ferric oxide, magnesium oxide, sand and other impurities. Some working environments still expose workers to cement dust. Many people are also exposed to cement dust particles in their living environment, such as near cement production facilities and areas under construction. The cement industry is involved in the development of the physical infrastructure of advanced industrial society but generates dust during its production.
Thank you for Muhammad Ashraf. I will continue with land pollution, which is soil contamination due to machinery. Soil and subsoil are the most important components of the natural environment. During construction works, the soil on the construction site is destroyed. The arrangement of construction site leads to the formation of pollution and soil erosion process. Various types of machinery are used at the construction site. This machinery have a negative impact on the soil surface layer. Many scientists study the contamination of soil, in particular the penetration of petroleum products into soil and subsoil. At high concentration and long periods of exposure to soil, petroleum products cause in the soil lose their ability to absorb and retain moisture. At construction site, oil products enter the ground directly due to construction machinery, which cause a manifold increase in soil contamination. For waste disposal, we will focus on plastic waste. Waste are produced at every stage of the construction process, from design to completion. Nagapan in 2012 claimed that a number of elements including design, labor, management, procurement, site condition, handling, and external factors contribute to the development of construction waste, such as plastic. The most common plastic that used in construction are PVC, HDPE, and EPS. Plastic is used for various applications such as seal, windows, door, pipes, cable, floor coverings, and insulation. There are several examples of plastic applications such as PVC, polyethylene that are used to make internal wall cladding and flooring, while 4 polycarbonate sheets and PVC sheets are used for roofing and skylight. All of this work will be the main factor that will produce plastic waste in construction site.
Solution on air pollution. In general, the construction industry is responsible for both outdoors and indoors air pollution. Construction produces for almost 40% of worldwide GHG emission. Current research indicates that growing GHG emissions have a high air pollutant potential. In order to considerably cut GHG emission in the construction sector, an increasing number of countries has implemented rules to improve building energy performance in recent years. For diesel engines, the best approach to reduce this emission is to use low-sulfur diesel in all equipment and engines, as well as to upgrade all equipment with the most recent particles filters and catalytic converters. Solution on land pollution. The increasing industrialization of the world over the previous centuries has resulted in significant soil contamination on a worldwide scale. Therefore, the government needs to strengthen policies that manage pollution sources. In addition to limiting pollutants, everyday environmental monitoring should be improved. Companies in defined areas should perform soil study at least once a year and report the result to the public to ensure accountability. People, businesses, and companies who violated policies should face harshest penalty from the government. Natural decomposition of all products is a long process. Thus, in order to minimize the impact, soil monitoring studies must be conducted to evaluate the degree of contamination and to create and carry out restoration efforts after construction is concluded.
Shotcrete is one of the construction activity that means a method of applying concrete that is projected at high velocity into a vertical or overhead surface, and somehow shotcrete activity can produce lots of dust. One of the best way to control dust in construction activities is by the help of water. Based on a study by Peng Cheng Li and the others on the dust separation technology of shotcrete, they have come to a conclusion that wet mixed concrete can reduce more than 90% of dust concentration in the air in construction site. There are 2 equipment mentioned in this article to help reduce the dust when loading and spraying activities. The first equipment will be wet mixing and feeding machine. This machine can help to achieve sufficient bond between water and the other materials. It also improves viscosity of fresh concrete, thus making the dust less in the air. The next equipment mentioned in this article is wet spraying machine. This machine can operate in a small or tight space, meaning that this machine can be used in any place. Some of the construction materials and its packaging are made out of plastics. And of course, some of this plastic will end up as a waste. Plastic waste disposal in construction scene can now be reduced by recycling these plastics into a new material, which is plastic brick.
A study has been conducted by Mr. Antiruganana Sambantam and others.
The objective of the study is to determine the advantages of plastic brick compared to fly ash brick. And the data shows that the plastic brick have higher compressive strength and absorbs low alkali compared to ash brick. In conclusion, a good engineer need to practice good management skills so that they can ensure the safety of the earth, the workers and other people, and we also need to play our role to keep the earth safe and